Hey guys, what's up? It is Sarfnic here with a very special video. I'm sorry that I'm a week late with this video. I've been busy with the new Hearth Adventure series, but it's been 5 years since I've joined Minecraft, and I can tell you guys a little bit of my experiences on this great game and how it's grown. So, I joined Minecraft. By the way, this is all coming from my head. There's no script at all. So I joined Minecraft in 1.4, and that was before quartz even existed. Like, I think witches were added at that time. I'm not sure. It was definitely after the beta and alpha periods. But yeah, there wasn't that much content. There was like no horses, not even hardened clay. So I was without a lot of stuff, and I I was my first world was a snowy, like one of those snow or ice plains biomes where I spawned, and I wasn't creative, obviously. I was not ready for survival at the time. And I had done some flying around and exploring, and I went over the ocean. I had found these two islands, and one of them I started building a wooden pyramid. I wanted to create some sort of like Egyptian pyramid style thing. I was like digging down with blocks, facing them with literal just oak wood as my only block palette. And then I met my first creeper, and I remember back then, if you hit a creeper, it would explode right away. And I was building this tomb. I placed a sign and said like the Emperor or something, and I hit a creeper and it blew up. And I had trapdoors like on the top, and back then I thought it was so hard to like build blocks. Like, it took 10 minutes for me just to build like a simple hole. But I was getting new to the game. I was quite young. I was around 10 years old, which is just kind of sad to look back at. And this was around January 2013, early January 2013, because I joined January 13th, 2013. And that doesn't seem like that long ago, but trust me, it was a long time ago, internet-wise. And anyways, yeah, I was playing on a laptop, and it was kind of hard for me to build. I found it hard to place trapdoors, believe it or not. Because it was kind of hard, because, like, I don't know, my right-click controls were messed up because I was using a Mac, so, like, if I clicked wrong, I would be literally breaking a block instead, basically. And then I went to the island nearby and actually did my first, like, official build. I kind of, like, ditched the pyramid project and built a hotel. And there was, like, a pool area, there was a eating area, I used paintings and stuff, and it was ugly. That world was horrible. But that was actually before 2013, technically. That was in 2012 when I was, like, getting used to the game. Before I created my account, I was on a separate account. And then I actually created my account. And that was when I started, well, I started my first world ever. And this world, I must admit, I wasn't a noob on it. I understood some of the, like, things that you need to know for building, so it wasn't that bad. So what I had built or invented or whatever you'd say, I decided to start with a prison, and I used the stone brick blocks. I think I might have, like, so I wasn't dumb and used like the monster eggs. I began with like a stone brick like structure, and that was my beautiful beautiful prison. I remember it to this day. Actually, it was kind of a big prison. It was in the plains biome, in a coastline near a forest and a swamp, and there were extreme hills to one direction. I don't know which direction, but yeah. And I built a prison. I had some cells, and then I put some villagers in there and stuff. It was a weird prison, And what I had done is, once I finished it, I built a pathway going like right directly across to it, and I built my first ever hotel. And it was a cool hotel. I haven't seen this world in 2 years, but it was a pretty nice and memorable world. Brings me back nostalgia just thinking about it. But basically, I built this hotel out of iron blocks because this was before the quartz even existed, and it was like just a full iron structure completely. I built a main lobby and a fountain, which was cool, and I was like, oh man, they should invent vertical slabs. Like, even back then, I thought vertical slabs should be a thing. And I built a restaurant area with paintings. I think I used like gold for the tables. I think I used like the iron pressure plates for the gold pressure plates. Yeah, I used some block for the tables. I don't remember which, but I used gold pressure plates for like the plates. I had signs like "Wait here for your reservation." It looked pretty good. And I built like an upstairs area to that too. And then I built a pool area with a shower, and there was like it was a pretty bad pool. It was just like a 2x2 like 3D area, and there's like this water there, and the showers are pretty crappy. Like they had dispensers on them and stuff. But that was the best I could do back then. And then next, I built the next floor. And I tried looking up an elevator tutorial, but it was really hard back then because, well, I don't know, I was not good at redstone at all. So yeah, I tried building an elevator, but I just ended up making a staircase. And then up there, I started building rooms. Like I built balconies to these rooms. I built like about 6, and they actually were pretty good. They had TVs and stuff with wool, because this was even before they even had hardened clay or concrete. And I had started to build a casino on the top floor, but I just got lazy after a bit. I made it like, I think they had like a game where you have to drop like an egg and it has to slide across the ice and land on this pressure plate at the back and activates a piston. It was some amateur stuff, but to me, I thought it was amazing. And that was it for that hotel area. I got too lazy to finish off the roof, and I just abandoned the project. Even though now on, I could build that thing in a day. Uh, then I had this, this extreme like mountain. I think you just call them extreme hills biome nearby, and there was on the top of it. I had built this around the same time I was building the hotel. I built this cool like I don't know monastery thingy. It was like a tiny house up there, and I believe I had captured a stone brick monster egg. I was like, "Oh, this is beautiful," and I broke it, and then this silverfish came out. I was like, "This guy's cool." Well, and I think I had spawned in a couple of mobs up there, like a zombie or something. And then in like a nearby forest, I had watched this thing that gave me like inspiration. I think it was called the Minecraftian. I don't know, like Minecraftian Part 1. I think if you've seen that. And what I that inspired me to build this house. It looked actually not that bad. It was okay for a noob's house. It was definitely my best build on the world. And like it had like a roof and everything. And but like it was like it was just like oak wood and like cobblestone or something like that. And that was like a regular house nearby, like the forest. There, it was like in between the forest. That was like it was in between the 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 prison and the like monastery I built. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that was about it for my world. I believe that I've done a bit of exploring around it. I found like the end portal and stuff, and I fought the dragon. I built another portal there, I believe. And I also this was before horses, like right before horses were added. Back then we had to use pigs with saddles and the carrot on a stick, which was not beautiful. I'll tell you about that. And like I made like roads and stuff. I built like lamps and I built like gravel paths, which actually went around the city, which is kind of cool, I guess. And yeah, these was pretty cheap. And I think I had built like a train station because like we did have like mine carts and rails and stuff. And yeah, that was it for that world. Then they added horses in 1.6, and it was I don't know. I just stopped playing on the world. Oh, one thing. So one day, this is kind of funny actually. I've got a lot more stories. What am I saying? So my cousin came over, and this is in LAN worlds we're actually working. I think he had a laptop with him, and he joined my world. He played Minecraft, obviously. That kid was like, he must have been like 13 back then. He basically blew up my prison, and I never had like the inspiration to rebuild it. I felt kind of, and he said he'd rebuild it, but he never did. It's so triggering, but you know what? I don't even care anymore. And then also one time, I think back then villagers could like like breed with each other without like food or anything, because now they're so hard. So I spawned in a couple villagers. Next thing you know, they kept making hearts, and they literally I only had like 4 spawned in. I had like 8 after that, and then I had like 10 and 20 of like lagging the world and stuff. So basically, villagers can reproduce a lot. But that was about it for that world. It was a beautiful world, and I will always remember it in my heart. I still remember what it looks like to this day. It was, I mean, it was so long ago. It was like even before the taiga or taiga biomes existed. They never existed back then. It was like when snow taigas used to be the only type of taigas you could get in the game and stuff. And when Generation was just kind of weird as a whole. And yeah, that was a pretty cool world. And other than that, like the world's passed, like the years passed, and I, well, I have a lot of cool other stories I could tell, but I don't think that is for this date. I might tell the story of how I met Warcries. So I'll tell you. No, I'll tell you how I met Warcries. So the year was 2015. It was November, and I was on this server called Mineverse. I think the IP is mineverse.com. If you want to check it out. I was on their creative server, and I was building myself a base. I was good at building by then. I understood the rules, and it was like a kind of a lab base. It was like a vacation resort, but there was like a lab under it. And I think they had /TPA over there, and this kid named Liam Ryan 6 or something like that. I don't know. Just Liam Ryan something. Tried TPing to me, and he TP'd to me. I accepted. And it was this person with like black leather tunic, leggings, and boots, and a pumpkin hat or whatever, because you could wear pumpkins and stuff. Like with a diamond hoe or something like that. Like so he looks like a Grim Reaper, and it's just like, oh hello. And he's like, oh yeah, I'm scaring people, lol. And yeah, and I had this really cool skin on. I had like this Witherstorm skin, so I looked purple and stuff. I'm not sure of my name back then, but basically, that's how I met Warcries. I screenshotted the moment I saw him, and I don't have that screenshot anymore. It's kind of painful, isn't it? But yeah, that would have been cool. I've known Warcries for basically 2 years now, and I will admit that was before Discord was even popular, and we just talked to each other through MSG and shit. It sounds cringy, but that's literally the way how we spoke to each other. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. I had recorded a portion with Warcrat and Eli, but the video got corrupted and it was pretty long anyways. I hope this makes up for it though. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Minecraft, I'm definitely not going to quit Minecraft. I'm actually going to be doing a new Terraria series coming up soon. Yes, you heard it. You heard it here first, mateys. But hope you guys enjoyed the video, and goodbye.